Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. We have 10 minutes to quickly cover things that has happened overnight in the US banking sector and also of course the Fed rate hike. And I thought we will quickly dive into this with Anand and get his opinion in the next 10 minutes or so. So Anand, Fed has gone
Fed has increased interest rates.
15-year high.
It's a 15-year high. The rates are now between 5 and 5.25, right?
Correct.
And they have said they are near at the end of the
Raising.
raising rate, dropping hints about
A possible
a
pause.
possible pause, not a rate cut. So it looks like in June they will not increase interest rates. The reason being that prices will continue to soften. The American economy will slow down and inflation rate is expected to drop. But the problem is not whether it will drop today, whether it will go back to 2%, which is what the Fed wants. I don't think the Fed has done enough for it to bring it down to 2%, especially in the period from 4 to 3, when it has to fall from 4 to 3. Experts believe that there is going to be a lot of stickiness, and that is going to be a very painful call. And at that time, after pausing for a couple of months, the inflation genie may come out and they may be forced to increase interest rates by another 25-point hikes.
Correct.
But as of now, it looks like if the data is what is coming, then there is going to be a pause in June.
It looks like pretty much like trying to predict the landfall
It
of a
is,
cyclone which is very far away. Fed
it
is trying to
is,
predict where the evacuation should happen.
yes. And what has happened is, after the first Republic episode, if you thought it's all over, the fourth bank is getting ready to fail.
Yes.
There's a bank called Pacific West in California, and that is prices of that stock are 50% down.
Yes.
And it has appointed a private equity boutique firm to either take it over or invest more money and look for a wealthy partner who will help you rescue this bank. There are other three banks which I'll let you name, which are also dropped down significantly.
Correct. One is Western Alliance, the other is Zion Bank Crop, the other is Co-America.
So basically, you are talking about four more banks which can go down.
Correct.
So you will have seven banks. This will be the largest failure of public sector banks. That is largest failure of private sector banks in America. And in 2008, there's one particular bank which was very big, Washington Mutual, which went down. If you take that out, this will be the largest bank failure in American history. Why has this bank failure happened? Because of three conditions. One, there is a paper loss in the security they hold. Two, the majority of the deposits they have are not insured by the federal FDIC. So Federal Deposit Insurance Company has not insured it. Since these deposits are not insured, all these banks have wealthy clients. Those clients are putting their money out of this bank with the fear that these banks may go down under and their deposits will not be protected. Even though Joe Biden has said several times that the loan will be protected.
All loans.
All the loans taken by banks, that is deposits, will be protected. But why did banks get into this mess? Is because none of them expected that interest rates will rise and rise so fast so soon.
Well, according to that, what you just said, when Powell was asked to do postmortem on Silicon Valley Bank, he squarely blamed the management and the regulators for this whole mess, this whole episode.
Well, he is the part of the regulator. But what I'm trying again to say is the losses were on paper. If the depositors were patient, they would have got the money. What happens is when the first guy gets out the money, the rumor spreads, and beyond a point you cannot stop it.
Correct.
So everybody rushes to the bank and takes out the money. That is what is happening to Pacific West.
Yes.
And so
rumors can be purely on a red herring.
yeah, it's mostly on red herring. And when the deposits start flowing out, the provisions for the loss will hurt them. So they will be forced to sell.
It sounds like some crazy story. The manager came late to open the branch, and few people were standing outside. Then it went on Twitter a photo saying,
Yeah,
"There seems to be a problem with this bank."
everybody will rush into the bank. And today they don't have to rush to the bank.
Yes,
They can use the internet to move it.
correct.
So even when the bank shuts down, it's not a solution because billions of dollars will keep moving out anyway. So this is a big crisis facing the American banking system because these regional banks are banks which will fund the mom and pop stores. And if they are not going to be funded, that will be even more chaotic. And this is what I expect. It will be greater chaos.
But psychologically speaking, when your own government and when your own president is coming and saying repeatedly, "Don't worry, everything is hunky dory. We will give you the money when anything happens."
Then everybody is saying, show up the cash. You are giving me money, no? Show me the cash. And beyond a point, the central government is also, the federal government is under pressure because they are playing eyeball to eyeball chicken with the Republicans on the debt ceiling.
Correct.
So all this has led to this pressure situation. And also these companies have been very lazy bankers. Most of these guys have lent to tech companies left and right. And those who have not left to the tech companies have lent it like there is no tomorrow. They have lent money to the private equity guys. So they cannot recover the assets. They have to hold the assets for a long time, wait for the interest rates to come down. Only then they can touch the money. So there is a solid pressure, and the private equity group, about which Warren Buffett said this is a bunch of cabals, definitely affecting them because they were using these banks to raise money cheap. Now, nobody knows what their equity is worth, and using that you cannot raise money. Like Moshi's son has been forced to sell all his holdings in Alibaba, and he is now listing ARM, and he is trying to raise money, and none of his friends are willing to give money. There is a funding winter that has set down, which does not give money to any startup at this point of time. Is going to find it very difficult to raise money. Things will get a lot worse before they get better.
So this winter chill which is happening in the US, and US being the biggest funding machine for the world economy.
Yeah,
What is this freeze going to come to India, and how is it going to affect our
we
startups?
don't know when it will come, but it's already affecting IT and will affect whichever is dollar dependent. All the industries which are in dollar dependent will be badly affected.
Do you
So,
think this will affect something like the pharma sector, which is also dollar dependent?
no, it will actually be beneficial for the pharma segment because our mature pharma already developed. They don't need dollars to develop. So it will be the smaller guys will pay the price. The bigger guys will get stronger. That's what is going to happen.
So the major dollar dependent guys in our country are IT and
Dollar earning companies. Even in this, fresh money will come into the biggies don't need money. The fresh money will come into smaller vehicles and not to the large vehicles.
So as an investor in India, how do you position yourself? Would you see as a buying opportunity on these companies which are weakening, or would you rather wait and
Some of them are definitely buying opportunities. Some of them are highly priced. So you have to know price is what you pay, value is what you get.
Well said, Anand. I think on that note, we can come to a conclusion in this conversation.
Thank you for watching. Be Rich. If you like the content, hit the like button for this video, press the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time we put out a video. Once again, I thank you for your support for Be Rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.